Alright guys, welcome back to the channel right about now. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are here at Extreme Propulsions in Cartersville in Georgia, and we are here to go ahead and take a demo ride of the Can-Am Spyder RT Limited. That's what I'm going to be riding, the RT Limited. I signed up for this demo ride about a month ago, so today's the day. Let's go ahead and quickly look at the bike I'm going to be riding, and we'll get on our test ride shortly. Alright guys, here it is, the Can-Am Spyder RT Limited in this beautiful red color, and we're about to go ahead on a test ride on this beautiful bike. We got about a couple more people riding with us, so I'm gonna bring up the tail end since I've been riding Can-Am. You know from my channel, if you've seen my channel, I've owned the Riker Rally for a year, so I know I'm pretty good with riding the Can-Am motorcycles. I have an idea of how they handle and whatnot. So we've got a couple of new riders, so they're gonna stay up ahead and I'm gonna bring up the rear. And man, this is such a comfortable bike. I can't tell you what a difference. What a difference between this and the Riker. My goodness, you just sit on it and you can tell the difference. And this whole power assisted handlebar, oh my god, man, this thing is like ridiculous. Look at this, one finger, look at this, one finger, see that? Look at that, one finger back, one finger, that's it. It's all it takes. I'm gonna keep that down for a little bit. It is getting kind of warm, so oh dude, this is so easy to ride. I mean, goodness, I've only been in the parking lot and I can tell you this thing is so easy to ride. It's just like, wow, no wonder people love the Spyder, shell out more money for the Spyder. Wow. So now the only thing, if you're coming from a Riker, the only thing you have to get used to is shifting yourself, because on the Riker you have the CVT transmission, and here you have the semi-automatic transmission, and you have to upshift yourself. You can downshift yourself if you want to, but if you don't, the motorcycle will automatically downshift for you. So let's go ahead. I should have done this before, I guess, but never, you know, better late than never, I guess. Just adjust the mirrors real quick. They're easy to adjust. And yeah, I mean, I see the appeal of people shedding out a whole lot of money for these RT models, especially I'm on the Limited with the trunk and the air suspension. So yes, this is the one to get. This is something that I've always wanted, but it's just a little out of my price range right now. They start at 27 or 28, I can't remember, but they go up all the way. I think the Sea to Sky is like 30 grand or a little over 30 grand. I was gonna ride the Sea to Sky, but there's another couple that wanted to test ride it, and even though I had first dibs on it, I let them go ahead with it, because if I ever get back on a Can-Am, it's gonna be the Spyder RT Limited. It won't be the Sea to Sky, so might as well test ride the one that I may get on. So the shifting, I've noticed, is quite instant. it kind of reminds me of just like a DSG. Yeah, kind of reminds me of a DSG gearbox. It's quite the moment you hit the plus sign, it's instant. Let's try a downshift from third gear. Oh yeah, yeah, quite instant. Now I'm not gonna downshift myself. I did earlier, but I want to see if it does it itself here, and at what RPM does it do it itself. So 1800 is when I saw the downshift happening, and 1500 for it to go into first gear. So you got all these controls here. You've got your heated seats, 2 stages, heated grips. That's cool. You've got your audio source and audio volume up, down, left, you know, advanced track, back track, pause button. So you've got all that down here. Got your cruise control here, hazards, kill switch, starter button. On the left you've got your controller. I grew up in the 80s, so to me this is a joystick. So you've got your controller here, control these screens and the menu. You've got your high beam button here, turn signals, horn, reverse button here. So you've got a button back here. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see. Oh, okay. So this button, the trigger button back here behind the high beam button, is basically your little menu button that pops up on the screen right down there. So that you can cycle through your launch stat, trip, music, settings. You can go back up to phone, and then yeah, please connect phone, or you can just go back to home. So that's pretty cool. So let's see, 6 gears. That's what this has. It is, I'll tell you, it is quite soft compared to the Riker. The Spyder is a little soft, which is good because it's not meant as a sporty type bike like the Riker is, a sporty type motorcycle, but it can be quite sporty. It handles well, but yet it's a little soft. So you know, it's, if you want to go ahead and kill some miles on this, go state to state or coast to coast, you can very well do that. So the seat has kind of like a pretty big step up where the passenger seat starts. So you know, I do get kind of a lower back support a little bit, but I also feel like I need to stretch out. I'm only 5'9", 5'10". I always say this, I'm 5'9" or 5'10", depending on the shoes that I'm wearing, how high the soles are. But to me, it seems like I would want to stretch out a little bit more, but it's just something to get used to. I'm coming out of a Harley where you're stretched out further, and this thing just seems like it's not as stretched out. But you know, I don't see that as an issue. It's something to get used to. It's definitely a comfortable bike. Oh yeah, it turns really nice. It's very easy to turn, guys. I mean, I'm just amazed because coming from the Riker, that thing is a upper body workout. You know, you need a lot of effort to turn it, and a year of owning that bike, I really got used to it, and you don't realize how much effort you have to put in, or how much of a upper body workout it is, until you ride the Spyders. I haven't ridden the other Spyder model. What is it, the F3? I haven't ridden that one yet, but I imagine it'll be the same thing. Assisted handlebars, assisted steering. So I would imagine it's exactly the same feeling. And yeah, this thing turns effortlessly. I mean, no wonder you know, when you're doing some spirited riding, and you have a mix of Spyders and Rikers. It always seemed like the guys or the gals on the Riker seem like, wow, they just hit the gym, and you know, the people on the Spyder seem like they're so relaxed. But you know, you get used to it. Either bike, you get used to it. You know, the Riker is a very affordable bike, and for the price, it is a whole lot of fun. You cannot dismiss that. It is a whole lot of fun for the money you're paying for the Rikers. You know, the 600 start at 8,600, I think. I don't know what the new prices are, but that's what it was when I bought my bike. So nobody was wondering. I know nobody's asking this question, but in case you're wondering, yes, you can stand up on this and stretch out, and I can even go slow speeds right here and go. Yep. But yeah, the music, the speaker system's not bad. I mean, you've got 2 speakers in the back, and you've got 4 up front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I don't know if any one of this is a tweeter or they're just all 4 regular speakers and then 2 in the back. So you've got a 6-speaker system here. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn the volume up. Alright, this is halfway. This is just halfway. It's pretty loud. Definitely louder than my 2-speaker Harley. But yeah, I mean, but this bike costs about $5 grand more as well. So yeah, as far as the amenities and all the options go on this bike, it's pretty good. Pretty much loaded, whatever you need to tour, you know. You've got your electronic windshield, you've got your heated grips, heated seats. I'm pretty sure the passenger's also heated. And you've got your electronic gauges up front, and the only thing it doesn't have is a built-in system where you can just plug in your phone and get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So I'm hoping I'm hoping in a year or so they might upgrade that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading somewhere on the website that there's an app you can download on your phone, and I believe once you connect your phone, you are able to see some sort of directions on the screen here. Otherwise, if you want a full-blown navigation, the screen will not provide that. You'll have to get a Zumo or Garmin Zumo or something like that to fit over here, and or you'll have to just put your phone up here and use that. Not this last section of the road was not particularly smooth. It was kind of bumpy, but I'll be honest with you, it's very soft. It's so comfortable. I just can't get over the fact on how comfortable this bike is. I'm not comparing this to my Harley. I'm comparing it, I'm like mentally, not physically closing my eyes. Mentally, I'm just thinking back and thinking back to when I had the Riker, and I thought that was pretty comfortable for what it was, but man, this thing's on another level. So yeah, this is quite comfortable. And electronic windshield, I'm getting a little bit of air. Even though we're not going fast, I can feel the air hitting my helmet. It goes all the way up, and in all the way up position, I'm actually looking through the windshield, so I am getting no wind on my helmet. So you're in like in a little bit of a bubble here. I'm pretty sure it won't be like 100% bubble from the wind, because you have these 2 openings on the windshield here, and I imagine that is to even out you know, any kind of turbulence you get from the air going over your head and coming back around. So but still, this is definitely a lot more wind protected than most of your motorcycles, especially the Riker. So if you're looking to upgrade from a Riker to a Spyder, this thing is is definitely, it's like going from a Chevy to a Cadillac, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna give it the beans here a little bit. Let's see how it shifts. Gets a little jerky when you're shifting at full throttle. Let's see the downshift at 55. Well, I guess let's look at the downshift here. Let's look. Let's see. Throttle open. It's quite smooth. You feel that it's downshifting, but let's see. 55. Throttle close and downshift. Oh, definitely a lot smoother if you actually close the throttle and then downshift. Oh, a lot smoother for sure. Actually, you know what? Even though you're not supposed to do this, I guess, I mean, you don't have to, but I feel like if you close the throttle and then downshift or upshift, it is very smooth. It's actually smoother than just keeping the throttle open to downshift or upshift. That's just something I just noticed right now, which I wasn't you know, I guess you'd expect that, but the gentleman from the Can-Am regional demo ride team said that you don't close the throttle, you just keep it open and shift, and it'll be fine. So, but if you actually close the throttle to shift up or down, I've noticed that jerkiness that you get when you shift is gone. So try that and see what that looks like. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm assuming we will not go on the highway. I would have loved to seen how this bike performs on the highway at highway speeds, but I have a feeling that we're riding slow as it is already because of a couple of new riders. But yeah, it would have been nice to go on the highway. I'm not sure if we're still gonna take any part of that stretch on the highway. It'll be interesting to see, but if I don't, please let me know in the comments if you have a Spyder or have ridden a Spyder on the highway. What does that feel like? Is it really smooth? I know the wind protection should be great, so I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that, but I'm curious, you know, with the Riker, at least my motorcycle with the Riker, I got that darting sensation, you know, that the bike was darting left and right, and a lot of that went away after I put a stiffer sway bar on there. I'm just curious if how this performs on the highway. Does it give you that darty move? I'm pretty sure it won't. Hey, this is a much heavier motorcycle, and I imagine this should be pretty stable, you know, like an arrow on the highway. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have ridden this and how it rides. Now, my only thing is that you know, it's funny that any of the sales team, it doesn't matter if you're buying a car, you're buying a motorcycle, whatever you're buying, you'll notice none of the sales team talk to you about service and how much that costs. It's like all the sales team have been instructed, do not discuss service. That's not their job, right? So my thing would be that Can-Am service is not particularly cheap. If you don't do your own service, then I would suggest look at the cost of getting this serviced, whether it's through a Can-Am dealer or it's outside. When I called, I was before I bought the Harley, I was looking at a demo bike that I found, which is the RT Limited demo bike. It was a little bit expensive, out of my budget, but I was trying to see if I could make it work, and I kind of backed off when I found out the service costs, just the regular service. Now I know a lot of people can do services themselves on it, but me, I'm not super mechanically inclined where I would just, you know, do all the servicing myself. So plus I don't own the tools. So when I called in and they said the regular service, just the regular, not even the big service, excuse me, the regular service was $600. And I was like, man, that seems to be expensive. I mean, it just seems like that's a lot of money, you know. I mean, I have a Mercedes SUV, and I get a service from Mercedes. I mean, it's under warranty, so I don't want to take it anywhere else. And I gotta tell you, my services for the Mercedes cost half the price. But anyways, I'm just saying that, hey, before you jump in to a Spyder and you're not mechanically inclined where you're gonna do your own oil changes, my suggestion would be to go ahead and make sure you find out how much these oil changes and services are going to cost you, whether it's from a Can-Am dealer or not, just so you don't get a big shock right after buying one and finding out that, oh my god, I've got to pay $600-700 for an oil change. It's beautiful. I love living in Atlanta, man. The roads are just perfect for motorcycles, you know. The curves, I mean, the up elevation, down, the left and the right curves you get, it's amazing. The only thing I hate is when a bug smacks you in the face, you know. Too many bugs here. Got so many beautiful motorcycle roads here. I haven't even explored all of them yet. Look at this, empty. Back to the Can-Am. It's doing good so far. I feel super comfortable. Seats cushy and mushy. Alright guys, that'll do it for the video. Thank you for joining me on this test ride. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and please hit that subscribe button as well. And please let me know in the comments below, what do you think? If you're looking into Can-Am, is this one on your list or not? And really appreciate you hanging out with me. And until next time guys, be safe.